When I react, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the one reacting just to you. When I comment, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the one commenting on you. Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Amberlynn Adjacent Videos. Woo! And yes, this is a Mr. Snowflake rant. Look, I like Mr. Snowflake, leave me alone. He's been covering some stuff on Emily, the Tommy, aka Tommy, and I haven't watched this one. It's only 15 minutes long. He does have another one where he talks about Tommy and her feederism. I highly recommend going and watching that. I will try to remember to link it in the comment section down below. But again, I don't think Mr. Snowflake really needs me, you know, advertising for him, let me put it that way. But if you don't know who he is for some strange reason, here you are, Mr. Snowflake. This is I think this is his Under the Hood channel. Yeah, this is his second channel, Under the Hood. Again, if you don't know it exists, here you go. You should go watch it. But he just posted this an hour ago today being October the 9th. I don't know when y'all are seeing this, but it was recorded on the 9th. But yeah, so I don't know. Amber hasn't posted anything in about a week. I thought it would be interesting to kind of go over some stuff. I've been learning things about Feederism that I wish I didn't know anymore. And so I figured this might be fun. He's dressed up like a clown like he does. I don't get it, but there's a joke there. But it's also Halloween, so we're all going to do the spooky together with Mr. Snowflake. I am going to speed him up. So yeah. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. And yeah, let's just get into this. Let's learn what new terrible thing about Emily, aka Tommy, that Mr. Snowflake has found out. Yay, can't wait.
Hi everybody, welcome to Under the Hood Halloween month. And boy, are things getting scary in the Amber.
I need that pumpkin cup! Okay, anyway.
Ambverse. That's it. That's the only reason I dressed up. Been waiting a week to do that, but Amber hasn't uploaded. For your Halloween, I've got my decorations up. Danger zone. I think they should be around Emily's house. Beware, keep out. Feeder inside.
It'd be really funny if it did say feeder inside.
I hear old Emily likes to fatten up women and move on instantly after they... Oh, f***'s sake. Oh, no. We're back, sorry about that. I was rudely interrupted by my postwoman, who's new, never seen her before. Anyway, it's Halloween, get away with it. What was I saying? Disrespectful moments, that's it. Somebody sent me this morning on Instagram, and I thought, no, this can't be real. It made me go back to check the Emily's eulogy speech. And
my slime's drying out. Oh, it's really dry. Oh no! Oh, my slime's dead.
Last partner's funeral. So I'll show the clip.
It's a type of love that you don't know until you actually feel it when you experience it.
And now I'm going to show. Is everybody ready? Is everybody sat down? Amber, if you're watching, I'm going to assume you're already sat down. Everybody else sit down.
Okay, we've moved on to a different slime. So
sit down. And now I'm going to show a comment that Emily left under, I think, under one of her own Instagram videos or Amber's. Anyway, this is Emily.
It's a type of love that you don't know until you actually feel it when you experience it.
So, for those of you who are just listening, he's gone to Hectic Tommy. Wait, okay, no, hang on. All right. All right, no, she's replying to someone who is at Cake Eater Enthusiast. Thank God. I thought that was like her Instagram handle. You know how sometimes it'll have like your username and your handle are two different, like the at thing is two different things. Oh God. She says, so at Cake Eater Enthusiast, it's something you don't really know what it feels like until you experience it. You'll know it when it happens. It's the best feeling ever. So let's listen to him one more time.
It's a type of love that you don't know until you actually feel it when you experience it.
And it's Emily using the same line that she used to describe our last partner. Or the love she had for our last partner to the love she has for Amber. Is that not mental to everybody? I think that's so nuts. And I think it just proves that we already know anyway. That feeders just move on instantly, and they don't really care about the partners. Like the last video I made, that Mark feeder.
couple things before he goes on about his last video where he was talking about this Feederism documentary that he watched, which, by the way, go watch. It's really terrifying. I find it interesting that Emily is recycling, that Tommy is recycling love bombing words and phrases, or love bombing words and phrases and thoughts with Amber the same way Amber recycles all of her love bombing, with each girlfriend. Like, there are compilations out there of Amber saying the exact same thing every time she gets into a new relationship with somebody. Tommy is more like Amber than I think any of her girlfriends have ever been, including Destiny, who I thought those two were just two peas in a pod. I think Tommy is the same level of love bomber as Amber is. Like, she's reusing the same sentences. Now, that's really, like, spooky to reuse a line that you used at the eulogy of your late partner, right? And that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. A lot of people refer to Tommy's last partner, Tommy's late partner, as her ex, and that's not how we should be referring to them. They didn't break up. They were still together when Tommy's late partner passed away, and that's why Tommy was at the funeral giving a eulogy. So they didn't break up. She's not an ex. I mean, she's ex, but not because they broke up. She is gone now. She's no longer amongst the living. She is singing with the choir. And so it is, I think, more appropriate to refer to her as Tommy's late partner or Tommy's past partner, because that just reinforces the fact that Tommy didn't break up with this girl to move on to Amber. Tommy's last partner passed away, and she was kind of talking to Amber not too long after that. Amber claims it was months and stuff like that, which means Tommy was talking. Mr. Snowflake goes over all of this, but basically Tommy was talking to other women, I think even before her partner passed. So there you have that.
You the guy, the weird one? I miss her 72-inch thighs. All right, Mark, calm it down, mate. You're on telly. It just proves that they don't really care. I'll just say the same line to Amber that I used at my last partner's funeral. Tell you what, Emily, keep the whole speech and you can use that when Amber goes and then you move on instantly. Get yourself on Tinder again. Oh, you poor thing, your partner had died. What happened to them? The Lord took them. Oh, okay. Just every time I hear anything from Emily, it gets worse. I'm convinced she's got two wires touching in her head that shouldn't be. Something's not right. I'm working on a video now about Emily, where I'm just going into everything. I'm not leaving any little bits out. I'm going into every little thing that shows why she's a feeder, even though we already know, and show exactly why she's evil. And I think
I find it really interesting that Mr. Snowflake's going so hard in on Emily being a feeder. I mean, we don't really need that much evidence to prove that Emily's a feeder. Like, it's all there. But he doesn't like Amber. He says this himself. He's not an Amber fan. Emily is obviously not that great of a person. Tommy's not a good person. And I just find it interesting, though, that he's like but that he's so concerned about making a rock solid argument about Tommy being a feeder when Amber doesn't care. You know, the audience, the Ambverse, we're well aware of it, right? You don't have to convince us any harder. But for him, it's important to do this, right? I just find that a very interesting drive. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's actually a good thing. I just find it very interesting. That he feels the drive to do something like this with the hope that someone like Amber will watch it and be like, oh shit, when we know that's not gonna happen. So, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like the Lord's work, I guess. I don't know. It'll be interesting to watch. We'll probably end up watching it. But at the same time, the person who needs to hear it is not the person who's going to hear it. Because Amber is a self-feeder anyway. We've watched Amber feed herself for a decade. She loves to watch herself eat. She loves to watch the food go into her own mouth. I have pointed it out so many times, and other people see it too. Amber is a self-feeder, right? Which is why I think finding somebody like Tommy who is a feeder is just... Amber wants Tommy to be a feeder. Amber likes that Tommy's a feeder. Anyway.
We'll probably watch that because it's about Emily. But even after that, I think Amber's still going to stay with Emily. I guess the point of this video is to show that awful woman, Emily, doing that with a comment. And it's to say, I think I was wrong to have any sympathy. It wasn't quite, was it sympathy? It was something. It was another human being, I guess. I didn't want to be fattened up and killed. Which is fine to think, now that I say it out loud. That's fine to think. But I don't think Amber deserves any sympathy from me. She still might have some from other people. But that 1% bit of sympathy I had, I think it's gone now. Because I think no matter what she learns, what Amber learns about Emily, she's going to stay with her. She's already seen proof that Emily is a feeder. La 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 la, not happening. Alright, I'm going to do a half an hour video on Emily being evil with all the proof that she's a feeder.
See, he's... In his head, it sounds like... This is what it sounds like. In his head... He's doing this because he thinks there's some chance he's going to reach Amber. I personally don't think Amber cares. Amber likes that Tommy is a feeder. That is it. Amber wants Tommy because Tommy's a feeder. So the proving that Tommy's a feeder does nothing because Amber knows and Amber likes it. I mean, props to him for doing it, and of course we'll end up watching it because he does really good videos, but at the same time, all of us, I'm not doing it, but everybody who's trying to, like, have Amber wake up and be like, Amber, wake up, you're dating a feeder. She knows. She likes it. She wants to date Tommy because she wants to date a feeder. If and when Tommy breaks up with her, this will be a pretty bad breakup for Amber. Because whether she's actually attracted to Tommy or not, Tommy is a feeder. And Tommy is going to allow Amber to live the life that she wants to live. That gluttonous, mukbang, growing ever larger life that Amber wants to live. Tommy's going to encourage the self-feeding. She's going to indulge the self-feeding. She already has. Right? So, yeah. Amber has learned that she can flop around on the YouTubes and struggle to get into Tommy's car, and people love it. Like, we already know that she makes content for feeders who like to watch. We've known that for years. Now it's just out in the open, right?
No, she just won't accept it. Amber says she's got proof that Emily isn't a feeder.
Tommy is not a feeder at all. I saw proof. I've seen proof of it all. Like,
no, she hasn't. Look at her body language. Let's go back to that real fast.
Tommy is not a feeder.
Okay, watch where her eyes go. At all.
I saw proof. I've seen proof of it all. Like, I understand where you guys are coming from. Like, I'm not going to sit here and, like, deny that. Like, when you see something like that, you're like, I get it. I get it.
But I'd love to know what that proof is. Because she always tries to prove people wrong. So I don't know, people thought she was milking the dangling ankle thing. Here's where I fell, everybody. Look at the red circle. All right, okay, fine. Oh, you don't think I have cancer? Here's proof. With the smallest text known to man. Oh, she even gave away Erica's name to prove that Tommy wasn't Valentine. True. So she'll prove you wrong if she can. But she hasn't shown proof that Emily isn't a feeder. She just went, hey, take my word for it, guys. All right, okay, we'll just take your word for it. You've been so trustworthy in the past, Amber. We'll just take your word for it.
I lied here.
I trust Amber about as far as I can throw her. With the help of Emily, that's not very far anymore. I mean, I couldn't do it anyway, but you know. So I can't just take Amber's word.
I would be impressed if you could pick Amber up. Like, not only because she's heavy, but she's just such a weird shape. Like, picking up a person is difficult to begin with, especially if they're like dead weight. Like, it's just not easy to do. And then it's Amber.
Word that Emily isn't a feeder. So I'd love to know what the proof is. She might not watch this, but I know she definitely watches Geordie. And Geordie watches this because he's like low-key obsessed with me right now. So Geordie, if you're watching, can you ask Amber what the proof is? Because I think we've just kind of skirted over that. She said, oh, I've seen proof Emily isn't a feeder. and I haven't seen it brought up much. So Jodie, can you do me a favour, mate? Can you ask her what the proof is? Can you ask her to show us what the proof is? Because I'd love to know what the proof is.
It should shock no one. I don't think she has proof because she damn well knows that Tommy's a feeder. But we can go back to the whole thing with her mom. What was it, early this year? God, was it this year? Jeez Louise. Stuff really has moved fast in the Ambverse. Was it this year or late last year? It doesn't matter. The whole thing with Amber's mom's criminal record, which I think actually got started because of Jordy. Amber was right, but she never tried to provide any evidence to prove that she was right. That took another person going and digging to find that. And then Amber was like, yes, you see, I was not lying this whole time. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, this once. But we can fall back on that to be like, this Amber could be telling the truth and just not show us any evidence. It's happened. It has happened. But is it happening this time? No. Amber knows, and she likes it. This is Amber's thing. She's happy. Let her be happy, I guess.
Anyway, you ask her, Jodie, you ask her. Ask her how she's doing while you're there. Ask her how Twinkie is as well. What's going on with Twinkie? Twinkie looked an absolute... I'm on a proper rant now, sorry.
Seen the dog?
Is this in part of the video anymore? Twinkie looked a mess. Really bad, really skinny, really frail. Probably needs that abscess scene too. Have you made an appointment yet, Amber? Anyway, Twinkie was in the back of a car for 19 hours. Haven't seen her since. Then Amber did a big speech lecturing us about, I would never leave my pets alone, guys. After she just spent the night at a hotel, after she just left her pets alone. So, yeah, if you could ask her that, Jodie. I'd love to know what the proof is. I'm not letting it go. Let's get the hashtag going. Hashtag show proof. That's not catchy. Show proof Emily isn't a feeder. Yeah, make that a hashtag. Oh, and that's another little thing I put in my notes. Yeah. Another little thing I put in my notes. So we all know Emily's manipulating Amber like all feeders do. But Amber is going along with it willingly now. So that's why I think I've lost any little sympathy I had. Because she's knowing what's happening here. And she's choosing to ignore it all. So she doesn't deserve any sympathy. But I was thinking, Amber's like a 15-year-old in her head, isn't she? We always watch her and go, that's weird. It's like a proper teenager the way she's acting.
Yeah, that's like Amber's go-to thing when she's in a brand new relationship. I've noticed is she pulls out the girly girl card, and she also pulls out the dumb blonde card. I hate to keep harping on it, but it's like the best way to describe it. Like her concept of what the stereotype of the dumb blonde is, and Amber is just like all over it because she, I guess, thinks it's cute. And I guess her girlfriends think it's cute. I would be annoyed as hell by it, but I wouldn't date somebody like Amber. It doesn't have anything to do with her size. It's her personality. But yeah, Amber's going along with this, as I keep saying, because she wants this. And she's giddy about it. So yeah, she's acting like a horny teenager, because according to her, she's even said she has the mentality of a 13-year-old, so...
So I think that's one reason why I had a bit of sympathy, because I'm like, oh, Amber's like a 15-year-old in her head. And if somebody was manipulating a kid, a 15-year-old, I'd have sympathy. But really, she's not 15.
I don't think Tommy's manipulating her at all. And I think maybe that might be the other reason why Tommy's putting up with shit, is because Tommy doesn't have to manipulate her. Amber's on board. Has been. She's
33. She's into her old age by now. She's 33. She's a grown woman, even though she doesn't act like it. She's a grown woman. And if she's actively choosing to ignore all the proof and is choosing to stay with a known feeder, who she knows is a feeder, then yeah, I shouldn't give her any sympathy, should I? Even the 1% I had. I was thinking, it's like with Darth Vader in Star Wars. And everybody thinks Darth Vader is super evil, and then Luke's like, no.
Is Mr. Snowflake just a better person than me? Like, is that what this really is all about? Is it's like I really, 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 really wish Kicking Geese was around right now. I know she's moving, and I know she's having problems getting her internet set up, but like, God, I need you. I need you for football. And the other part of it is just Kicking Geese has such a nicer outlook on Amber than I do. And Mr. Snowflake's kind of giving off the same vibes. It's just like, never give up. I mean, I gave up a long time ago, and I'm not gonna go back to caring again. Like, I guess that's where I'm at with this. She may do things that amaze me. She may do things that annoy me, but I don't for a minute believe she's ever going to lose weight. I don't believe she even wants to lose weight. She's with this feeder now. She's been a self-feeder for a decade. So, yeah, having somebody help her along, there's a reason Amber hasn't lost weight. And the more I learn about feederism, the more I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. She wants to be bigger. It's what makes her unique. Amber doesn't care that she's almost 600 pounds. She doesn't care. She wants to be like that.
Oh, I can see a glimpse of humanity. There's a tiny bit of good there. And then at the end of the Star Wars, he's right. And there's humanity in Darth Vader. But I guess Darth Vader wasn't accusing everybody of SA. So, and that's a film. And I don't know why I do, because I made plenty of videos on Amber being evil. I know exactly how evil she is. But the feeder came along, which was more evil, which made me have some sympathy. So I shouldn't have any sympathy, but I did. But yeah, if Amber's just going to choose to ignore all the proof and stay with somebody who's trying to kill her,
she's not ignoring
she's
it.
not just being manipulated, she's choosing that. So you're a grown woman. If you're choosing to be with somebody who's trying to kill you,
yep.
All right, fill your boots. Picture an Amber wearing boots.
I don't think Amber... Okay, hang on. I don't think Tommy's trying to kill Amber. I think Tommy might like the incapacitating the person. Like that level of... Because there's levels of feederism, right? I don't think Tommy's all the way up here. I think Tommy's more like here. Not down here. All the way like here. Way past middle, but not the top yet. If you guys get my drift. I don't think Tommy's trying to like off Amber. I think Tommy enjoys when her partners are incapacitated, right? So.
Oh yeah, wasn't sure whether to mention this or not. I'm going to check it. I'll have to check into it. But I'm also hearing rumblings, as Amber would say, that Amber, you know when Amber was teasing cancer the last time, and everybody was like, this is clearly fake, what's this about? I'm hearing rumblings that it's, Erica wasn't talking to her at the time. Don't know if it's true, I'm going to check the timelines. It sounds like it might be, but I'll have to check it. Erica wasn't talking to her at the time. So Amber's way of getting Erica to chat to her was to tease cancer again. Hi everybody, I might have cancer. And the person at the hospital said I was hot.
The lady who actually did my mammogram, she was like, I don't want to make this awkward, and I'm definitely not hitting on you, but you are really beautiful. And I don't know, it like made my day.
I really need to sit down with a timeline from the past year. I really do. Amber's told us enough dates at this point that we could put a timeline together, and I'm sure somebody probably already has, if he hasn't himself done it. But that would be weird. And it would also kind of explain, I mean, if we go back, we know Amber's a drama queen, we know she's an attention whore. So if we go back in time and we start seeing her behavior and then line it up with A, Valentine, and B, Tommy, because she was dating both of them. If we start lining things up that way and seeing when it was that the two of them were not giving her as much attention as she wants, and then going back and looking at her behavior at those points, I think it would be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting. I say Amber is a master manipulator, and the closer you are to it, the harder it is to see. And she's not manipulating us. Amber constantly uses the camera as a way to talk to her others. Like, she was using it for a long time to try to talk to Wifey, and she's clearly been using it as a way to speak to Valentine and Tommy. And whoever that third woman was, who I don't care enough to remember her name, I'm sorry. But yeah, and she's clearly been doing it to talk to Alexis as well. Like, let's not forget Alexis in this, all right? She is a major player in this right now. It would be interesting to go back and see what her behavior was like in periods where we know there was little or no or not enough contact between her three main victims, right?
Oh, Erica. Oh, you saw my video about cancer and being hit on. Oh, yeah. So I'll have to check that, because that seems to line up, but I'll check before I do a video on that. And why? I'm just going on a proper rant now. Why is every time I'm seeing an Emily video, or an Amber video with Emily in, why is she always doing a Salah? Proper eye-banging herself? It's really off-putting. Probably loves herself. Maybe a bit of nonsense there, I don't know. Isn't it funny that Salah's kink of pooping on women, which was like, that's disgusting. Seems fine now, pooping who you like, Salah. It seems totally tame when you compare it to Emily's.
Not my thing.
Thing she's into. So Salah, fill your boots, mate. Go for it. Oh, that's my other little bullet point. The filter she used in one of her recent pictures. Why does it make it look like a hand's I don't know, dainty, broken. I don't know. It's made her hand look really weird. It's so insane that these people, Amber, Alexis as well, and Emily, are using these filters when we've already seen what they look like. So you've got Alexis. Hi guys, I'm using my fat filter. Must be using that all the time, is she? No, using a skinny filter to look breaks and then you say a double chin. But yeah, Amber's dainty hand, well, it looks, I don't know, it looks broken. It's so ridiculous that they're using man, these people are nuts. Oh, and I know, speaking of Alexis, I know Alexis was upset. Everybody was like, oh my god, Alexis, you're massive. Why are you using these skinny filters? She was upset, people thought she was massive. But then in Amber's last 2 thumbnails, look, she's got 2 pictures of Alexis looking massive. So I don't know if that's Amber getting her own back for the betrayal, doing a bit of trolling. I'm always 2 steps ahead.
I'm always 2 steps ahead.
I don't know, but I thought it was funny that that's the 2 pictures she used. So Alexis, if you're annoyed people think you're huge, you can blame Amber. Because those thumbnails don't help your cause. I know Amber thinks she's in
that was
love.
Alexis.
Amberlynn's there. Going for Amber. It's time. She hasn't uploaded for a week. Every time she hasn't uploaded for a week, I think she's gone. And now with Emily on the scene, I'm like, definitely gone. But she's doing a Q&A.
She's either in love or she's going home back to Oklahoma and she's just not filming right now. You know how she is.
She said so. She's still alive. Sorry, Emily. She's still alive. But yeah, I was going to say, I know she thinks she's in love because every 15-year-old thinks they're in love when they first meet somebody. Or even before she met her, she thought she was in love. But I've never seen 2 people less in love. I know when I do the reactions, I'm trying to be funny and think of jokes when I'm watching them. But inside, I'm going, oh no, this is horrible. Because it's so awkward. I've never seen 2 people with less in common. Next.
Am I the only person that's not bothered by it? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't look weird to me. It doesn't seem strange or anything like that. I'm not a big touchy-feely person, so maybe as somebody who isn't like huge into the touching and the feeling, maybe it doesn't seem that weird to me. But everybody keeps saying it's really strange and they have no chemistry and this, that, and something else, and I'm just kind of like, if you say so. I feel like it's the same amount of chemistry that Amber has had with all of her girlfriends, except for Destiny. So I guess for me, I'm A, not seeing a difference, and B, I don't see why it's weird. But again, it could just be like I'm not that kind of a person. So for me, it just doesn't seem strange. For me, onward.
To each other, there's so little in common, so they both have to just go filters type deal.
It's always the same filter too.
So awkward. It's really, really awkward. I went back because I'm doing videos on Amber and I'm doing a big one on Emily, and I went back to look up Amber's relationship with Destiny, Amber's relationship with Beck, and Amber's relationship with Crystal. And there's more chemistry, especially with Destiny. There was loads of Destiny, but there's even more with Beck and Crystal than there is with Emily. It's really bizarre. Like you can tell the couples actually like each other. Actually, by the time we meet Crystal, you can tell she's fed up. But with Beck and Destiny, you can tell they actually like each other. There's something there. Yeah. It's kind of nice. It's almost kind of nice at the beginning.
I will say her behavior around Destiny was completely different, but Destiny was completely different too. Like, that was a different relationship for her. But Becky, really? You think there was more chemistry between her and Becky? Half the time I couldn't tell if they liked each other.
But with Emily, it's the most awkward. I even thought about it now. I can feel how uncomfortable I am. It's really awkward. Yeah. And obviously the reason for that is it's just a physical relationship. There isn't anything in common. They've got nothing to say to each other. That's true. This is good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awkward. It's only physical. She's only attracted to her fat, and to her lymphedema. She's only attracted to her big legs. But that's why it's so awkward as well. She's only attracted to the legs, really, that they're fat around there. And Amber said Emily wants Amber to be around for a long time. I think she misspoke. I think she meant Emily wants Amber to be round for a long time. I know I'm not the first person to make that joke, but that's why she keeps feeding her all the garbage, all the garbage food, all the smoking, all the drinking, trying to manipulate, trying to keep her with the.
I'm not really sure what the smoking and the drinking have to do with anything. Like, Emily's the one who smokes. Amber vapes, but whatever. I don't get that. I don't know why people get so bent out of shape when adults drink. Like, whether we like her or not, she's 33. She's perfectly capable of making decisions about drinking. Do I think she should drink and do live streams? Absolutely not. She's a fucking idiot and she's annoying as shit. However, she is allowed to make decisions about when she drinks or not. So I don't know why the smoking and the drinking are such a big deal. The food is the issue. She doesn't have psoriasis of the liver. She probably has fatty liver, but it's not from drinking, right? It's from food. So why is everybody so bent out of shape about the drinking?
Buying a diamonds? Buying a black... Oh, she's got a diamond tester. It's a real diamond. Oh, yeah, it actually...
Was it supposed to be a black diamond in the center? I couldn't tell what the center stone was supposed to be. Obviously, the little white stones were supposed to be diamonds, but was... Because Amber never said. But is the center stone supposed to be like a black diamond? But anyway.
Speaking of real diamonds, one of Amber's bits of proof that Emily wasn't a feeder was they only did it for money. So they could pay to see each other, to go across the country and see each other. So they only pretended to be feeders for money. But Emily's got loads of money. She's buying Amber black diamonds with real diamonds. She got a diamond tester, and she's paying
Oh, it was a black diamond. All right, then.
for everything. So that doesn't make sense either. So she didn't have enough money to go see her last partner, but now she's got enough money to go rent a Jeep and pay for everything. She must have got a really big raise at work. Where does she work? Oh, isn't she in the healthcare? Oh, God. Oh, that's so mad. So insane. Where is Twinkie? Hashtag where's Twinkie? Really bizarre.
I would like to know where Twinkie is. We've seen the cats. We haven't seen the dog. What's up, bud? It's nowhere near time for you to eat. Unless you're going to come up here and be cute.
Amber, where's Twinkie? What have you done? Gracie, too. I keep thinking about Twinkie. I keep seeing people mentioning Twinkie. Hashtag where's Twinkie? I'll put in a ghost Twinkie or something and post.
It's funny.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm all done with my rants. The main point was she's recycling lines that she used at the eulogy for Amber, which I think is just mental. And like I say, every time I'm learning something new about Emily, I'm just like, oh God, she gets worse. Worse and worse.
It is interesting that Tommy is recycling lines on Amber, but let us not forget, Amber recycles lines on all of her girlfriends.
Every time, like I say, I'm looking stuff up now for a big Emily video, and oh man, it just gets worse. Every time I think, okay, that's as bad as it can get. That's what people used to say about Foodie. Oh, Foodie pooped on the floor. Oh, that's as bad as it can get. And then people go, no, it gets worse. Oh, she ran over animals. That's as bad as it can get. No. So, yeah, it's just getting worse and worse. Anyway, very strange.
Sorry, my cat. Hang on. What?
Right, I'm gonna go to the picture house and see Joker 2. I'm gonna get there and say, hello, I'd like one ticket, please, and wait for them to ask which movie. And I'll say Inside Out 2. Is that still on at cinemas? No, it's on Disney now, isn't it? It's on Disney Plus. Anyway, thanks for watching. There's my little rant. It's been a week without any Amber stuff, so I thought I'd feed you Emily Styles. Eat that. And hopefully Amber uploads soon, and we can all watch Geordie. I don't know. Right, cheers for watching, everybody. Hope you're fed a bit. Bye.
All right. He's right. Amber hasn't posted in a week. I'm not concerned. I don't know why anybody would be concerned. Oh, there's 20 seconds of this left. Hang on.
Rain and petals drop.
I might put the ghost to Amber in. It's been a week.
Okay. So that's the end of it. As I said, it has been a week. I'm not worried at all. Especially since she's been active on her other social media, so we know she's not dead, you guys. Unless Emily's really pulling a number. Amber doesn't care that Emily's a feeder. Amber likes that Emily's a feeder. And Emily likes that Amber knows that Emily's a feeder. So that's it. Is this the final episode of Amberlynn Reid? The final season of Amberlynn Reid? She's still young. But is it definitely the beginning of the downcline? The downturn? Whatever. Yes, probably, because she's not going to lose weight. It's not like she's going to go on Dr. Now and get weight loss surgery, because there's no way in hell she'd ever stick with a diet. She'd be one of the people that quit halfway through the program. So, yeah, no. This is it. So, here we are, you know? Here we are. So, I guess if you're somebody like Mr. Snowflake, who actually still has human emotions and cares about other people, might not be the time for you to be joining the Ambverse. I don't know. Yeah, if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave a ghost down in the comments section. I was going to say clown, but he put a lot of ghosts in here. Go ahead and leave a ghost down in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you looking forward to the Tommy video that he keeps hinting that he's going to make? What do you think of Amber? What do you think of the whole relationship? What do you think about Amber being a self-feeder? What do you think about Amber enjoying the fact that Tommy is a feeder and she likes the fact that Tommy's a feeder? Let me know what you guys think about that down below. And that's all I've got, you guys. So I hope you all have enjoyed this, and I will see everybody. Oh, thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye!
And I would react 5,000 hours, and I'd react 5,000 more just to be the one reacting on your video and uploading commentary. Na 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 na.